Hey guys, we're back. Today we have what I thought was just going to be a carbon copy of Apple's Clear case, but it's not. It's really similar, which is great, but this is the Beats case for iPhone Air. Is Beats more premium than Apple? Let's take a look. All right guys, so I'll give you a little unboxing because I thought this was interesting. I ordered these from Amazon, and well, I say these because I got one, the rugged for the Pro Max, but they come in these little fabric bags when you order them on Amazon. I don't think if you order them from Apple that will happen. So that was funny, but here's the box. Nothing too fancy schmancy about this one. It's got a little rip tab, and then on the inside it's kind of like packaging from Apple. You get some paperwork and then bust off. Hold the iPhone, it says. Hold the phone. The iPhone. So, like I said, this is not just a carbon copy of the Clear case. In some points, I wish it was, but it's kind of its own thing. It's got its pros and cons. So, first, let's start off with the measurables. So, this thing is 32 grams compared to 21 on the Clear case. So, it's not the lightest. It's also 8.5 millimeters thick, where this is 7.9. So it's not the thinnest. Around the camera housing though, it's 13 millimeters compared to 12.5. So it sticks out just a little bit farther, gives a little bit more clearance to the the actual computer that's built right into the plateau, as well as your camera bump that sticks out quite a bit. So, that's a plus in my mind, but it also has this really nice microfiber backing. It's not super thick, but it goes all the way up and around the housing. It doesn't go up on the sides, but it feels good. And also there's this little, all it is this Beats logo. Depending on the color that you get, whatever that color is that they write Beats in is going to match the microfiber, which to me is a nice little touch. All right, now to the price. This thing retails for a little bit cheaper than the Clear case at $45 compared to $49. Isn't much, but like I said, I picked this up from Amazon for $34. So to me, that's a really great price point for a case nowadays. And you can even buy a used one on Amazon. There's like new ones that are like 28 bucks. So I would say even go that route. But there's also a handful of different colors to choose from. This is the bedrock blue. I thought it would just look nice on the sky blue. So let's get that on there so you can see the color contrast. I mean, this is like almost a white, so it's not a huge difference. But they also have a limestone, a pebble pink, and a granite gray. So like I said, depending on the color of what they write Beats in, is going to match that microfiber on the inside, which, like I said, I think it's just a cool touch. So now, how does this case feel? To me, and this is my opinion, I think it feels great. You can have your opinion, but that's mine. However, I will say that this is slicker than the Apple Clear case. So if I just run my finger down it, I feel like this goes all the way down, where there's a little more friction, I think, on the Clear case. Some people think this is way too slick for them. I don't know if it's just my hands or sweaty palms, whatever it is, but the Beats case is a little bit slippery. And I honestly thought that it was going to be tackier because of that matte finish. So when I took it out of the box, I was a little disappointed. But once I actually started to use the case, yes, you have to put it on, you have to use it, you actually have to try it out. I found that just the way that it fits in my hand, the slipperiness was not a factor to me. And I think it's the thinness of the actual Air itself. The way that it just cradles in my palm and my fingers wrap securely around the other side of it, it just feels so comfortable and secure to me. I think that's more of the Air just being the perfect size and form factor for me. But I also love the fact that this has really strong MagSafe magnets and a camera control button as well. So I'll show you the MagSafe. This is just a little MagSafe kickstand by Alumu. It's got a little blade box cutter built in as well. But that's not going anywhere. I have this pretty thick, this is like the first official MagSafe battery bank from Mophie back in the day. It's really heavy. Picks up the iPhone no problem. Or the iPhone, I should say, picks up the Mophie no problem. So I think that's great. And as a wallet user, an everyday wallet user, it just gives me the peace of mind that, you know, this thing's not going to just fall off. You know, anybody can push the wallet off, but, you know, it's got some good grip. Onto the buttons. These are floating buttons. So on the clear case, they're just button covers. It's just plastic. These are actual buttons. So they're really tactile. Action button as well. And then the camera control. It's a real camera control button. It's not just a piece of TPU that's covering it that I've seen on a lot of cases now. And are most companies going to go towards that to just make their cases cheaper? I don't know, but this has the functions of the swiping, which realistically I don't use, but on my cases, I want there to be a camera control button because I do use it all the time. That's how I launch my camera, and that's how I snap shots too. So if I'm moving around, if I'm zooming in, zooming out, I'll use the screen, but I like using the button. For me, it just feels good. One gripe that I do have with this case is that I wish that it just went all the way around. For whatever reason, Apple continues, and I'm gonna say Beats because Beats is Apple too, they continue to make that hole cutout on the bottom of their clear cases. Their silicone cases, everything else, go all the way over. So I don't know why they did that with this. Maybe it's just because the phone is so thin and the USB-C cutout is so small that they wanted to keep that open for people using larger cables. I'm not sure, but I wish it just went all the way across. Now, I'm not going to do a drop test for this case. These super thin cases, no. If it's a rugged case, I'm going to test it out, but I'm not just going to deliberately drop my phone on, you know, one of these thinner cases. But I don't know. That being said, what I'm looking for in a case for the iPhone Air is something that is just super thin and light, but gives me protection around the camera housing, especially when I'm just putting it on a flat surface. One thing that I have to say about putting it on a flat surface is the lip around this case is almost non-existent, which, I mean, that's the trade-off that you get. I do have a screen protector on here, so that might change things a bit if you have one off there, but I don't know. I scratch up my screen pretty good on the 16s. So this is kind of the first year I'm really using a screen protector. So not much there. If you don't have a screen protector on it, maybe you get a little more clearance, but for me, I want it more around the camera housing anyhow. But I just want something that's going to give me, you know, some protection around the rails in case I do, you know, fumble it and drop it. But more so, I want to make sure that it has all the functionality regarding MagSafe and a camera control. I don't want to put a bulky case on here that's just going to lose the superpower of what this device is, and that's its thinness and lightness. All right, guys, so let's wrap this one up. Last year when the Beats cases released for the iPhone 16 lineup, I thought they were really awful. But this year, for this case and this phone model, I think they've really come a long way. I'd say get this case in hand, put it on your phone, use it, get some real use out of it, and see what you think. And also, if you've liked what you've seen here and you do want to see more, please get subscribed. It's free. And don't forget to like and also hype this video. Also, sound off in the comments if you've used this case. Let me know what you guys really think about it. Did you give up on it? Do you love it? Is it just not for you? You know, let me know your real thoughts. And so until the next one, it's Sean with Buck Life. Peace.